Hello everyone and welcome to the series Mastering Maven. With this series, we will dive into the world of Apache Maven, a powerful tool that simplifies your Java project builds like magic. In today's video, we will install Apache Maven on a Linux system so that we can use it to run Maven project builds on our future videos. So grab your favorite beverage and let's get started. So here I am on my Linux system. I'm using Ubuntu over here, but the installation steps would look like the same for pretty much most of the Linux systems or Linux flavors out there. So for installing Apache Maven on any Linux system, you need to have Java installed as a prerequisite. Here I have already installed Java on this particular system. I'm using the OpenJDK version 17.0.13. That's the version which is installed over here. So let's start installing Apache Maven on this particular system. Let's head over to our browser and let's navigate to maven.apache.org. If you cannot get this website, then you can also search simply for Apache Maven on any search engine. You should be able to navigate to this particular page from there. On the left side of the menu, you will see the download section, and here you have all the files that you need to download and install Maven on your system. You could use the tar.gz file, or you could be using the zip files as well. I'll be using the zip files because they are more convenient, and I'll copy the link to this zip file, and also will download this SHA-512 as well. So I'll come here first, maybe just go to my downloads folder first, and here I'll use the wget command to download this particular zip file. So now this zip file is already downloaded. I'll also download the 512 file as well. So I can say wget, and this also gets downloaded. If I say, so both these files are available, and now we need to make sure that our download was successful and did not have any issues. So for this one, I'll be using SHA-512 sum, and I'll just pass this file, zip file over here. And this will give me the checksum of this particular file, which starts with 8BE and ends with 8BA. So that's the checksum for this file which was generated on our system, and we can verify this with the SHA-512 file which we downloaded, and we see that both these signatures match. So it ends with 8BA and starts with 8BE, and in the center as well, like most of these characters match. So that verifies that both these files are correct, and that means that our download was successful. And now we can proceed. So I'll clear the screen, and then let's unzip the file. So I'll say unzip -q, so that like there's not a lot of output. We can simply suppress that particular output generation, and we can just give the zip file, and that gives us this Apache Maven 3.9.9 folder, and now we can actually get rid of both these files. So we can say Apache Maven, you can say Apache Maven -binary.zip and Apache Maven -binary.zip.sha512. Both these files are there, and now we just have left with this particular folder. Now technically, now Maven is kind of like already pre-ready, so you can actually go to this folder, go to this bin directory, and if you run .mvn from here -version, you will see that Apache Maven is running, but this is only going to run as long as you are able to provide the entire path to this particular folder, and this binary file you are triggering it from here. And to make sure that you run it from outside any other place, if you let's say go to your download folder and you run mvn -version here, it does not recognize because it does not know where this is available. So to do that, what we will do is that I'll actually create a folder called installed. So I can say mkdir -p. I'll say installed and Maven 3. So that like all your installations can go into a single folder, so that you can track them much easily. That's how I prefer it, but you can install it at any other place as well. That's up to you. So I have created this folder, and if I go to this folder now, there is nothing over here, so we can move our Apache Maven to this particular directory, and you will see that this is available here. And the other thing that I prefer to do is that instead of specifying this particular path everywhere referencing it, because it's possible that you might have to kind of like upgrade these versions over a period of time, So what I usually prefer is that I create a symbolic link for it and then like keep using it everywhere, so that like every time I just have to upload, I'm updating the Apache Maven version, I just come here, update the symbolic link, and I'm good to go. I don't have to make any other changes anywhere in the configuration file. So to create a symbolic link, so I can say ln-s Apache Maven 3.9 and I say latest, and if I go to latest, so this is the path that we will configure in our configuration files everywhere. And every time, let's say I have to update the version to a newer version, I just simply have to update the latest pointing to the correct version. So if you see here, latest is pointing 3.9.10, and then I can simply update the latest to a new version, let's say 3.9.10, which comes up, let's say maybe in a couple of months time. So now we need to make sure that we are configuring the environment variables for it. So usually there is this variable called m2 underscore home that is used by most of these utilities or IDEs to identify where the Maven is installed on your system, and it should be also be available on your path so that you can run the Maven command from anywhere in your system, which currently is not working, as you can see over here. So to do that, we need to create these variables in our bash underscore profile, or we can use bash rc file as well. There is some information already available here, so we can actually skip it for now. Why is it so short? Yeah, so if you see that I already have a variable for Java home, I can actually add one more. So I'll say export m2 underscore home, and I'll paste this, and that's the folder where I have like installed my Apache Maven. Actually, we can instruct this, we can just use home, I think that's easier, so then you don't have to always configure it. And then to make sure that now that we can run the command from anywhere, we need to update our path variable. So we say export path $path colon, and we can say $m2 underscore home / bin, and that should be it. Yeah, so now that our variables are created, we just need to re-import them once more. So I'll say source.bashrc, and now if we run our $m2 underscore home, we see that our variable is available. And if you also see that if we expand our path variable, we also see that this is Maven is available in our path. So now if you see, I can actually run mvn-version, and you will see that Maven now can be run from anywhere in our system. And you can actually go to, let's say, in the downloads folder, and you can run the same command, and you will be able to run it from you will be able to run Maven here as well. So yeah, and with that, like, you have Maven available on your system and you're in your class path, and you can start building with Maven.